You know, at our other house, bro. Okay, so I was on my way. So this is a new fascination. I've been fascinated with instruments. I bought a band. So Kai brought a ukulele, and I was playing the ukulele. Ukulele was mad fun. So I went to the guitar store, and I bought myself a banjo. Chris bought himself a guitar, and then I came back today and I bought myself a keyboard. Right when we was about to leave to go to the music store, a random white lady popped up out of nowhere. And
at your house?
At our house. She drove down the thing and popped up. I was like, are you delivering food? Now, me and Chris are watching because we got cameras all over the house. Me and Chris are watching on the camera. And the conversation she was having was so mind-blowing that it honestly made my day. She went there to tell us that in the area, there's been a lot of robberies recently. And the reason she was coming down there is to warn us to be careful because people is robbing out here. And so then she didn't stop there. Then she proceeded to, and no exaggeration, ask over 10 times. Because while we're watching this on camera, I asked Chris, like, yo, should we turn around? Because this conversation looks entertaining as shit. We turn around and go back to the house just to witness this firsthand, not just through the camera. And she continues and she goes, oh, this has nothing to do with race. Because my husband, he's doing a documentary for MLK. So I swear I can't make this shit up. Her husband is doing this. And she said the neighbors in the area were all wondering, like, what do we do? Like, how can we afford to pay that rent there? It's a lot.
What are you talking about?
And they're like, there's no houses for rent out there. This is a neighbor pulled up to
the house.
To the house.
The other house.
And this is the conversation she was having.
Airbnb?
No, the other house. Where everybody's at.
Yeah. And so I'm sitting there like, I'm almost dying laughing because this is like the shit you literally, I was thinking about, yo, on the podcast, Lo was telling the story about the Karen movie, and this is giving me serious Karen vibes right now. So she seemed like a nice person, and she reiterated over and over again how nervous she was, and if I'm talking too much, I'm sorry. She was talking for over 20 minutes, where she reiterated over and over again, there was a lot of robberies going on in the area. She wanted to know what we did for work, and none of us responded. And that we have a lot of fancy cars. And how could we afford afford to live there? Those are all things she reiterated over and over again. She said 3 times to us. I counted because I was so fascinated that her husband is working on an MLK documentary.
Wait, ask me the question. This I would just troll. I would have hit it with. Ask me the questions about the robberies. Just ask me every question.
So it's just a security thing. So there are people like, and there's some robberies. Somebody was held at gunpoint.
Robberies?
Yeah.
Am I safe?
No, you're not safe.
I just moved out to get away from that. Am I safe here? Oh my gosh! Tell me more.
You know what she told us? She said the cops in that area moved to another area because that area got so bad.
Oh my gosh.
They moved from the area y'all in to go another area?
That's what she said.
Not.
Anyway.
Unless they move far away from Atlanta. No,
they moved away?
So then she said, like, even if you guys are in danger, like, even if you call the police, like, they're not going to get there for like 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I looked around.
So that means they're not going to get here for 15 minutes for you either. Oh, wow.
So then I thought to myself, like, I'm not calling the police if I'm in a dire situation regardless. It reminded me of that all-time Dave Chappelle bit. You remember the one where he had a bit about the police coming to his house and be like, "Oh, we found him right here."
Oh yeah.
And he put up pictures of his family all over the house. Yeah. So regardless, besides the point, she hit so many of those like stereotypes you were talking about that it blew my mind. And honestly, I don't even think she meant to, dog. I don't even think she was going there with like.
I just throw it back at them. People say dumb. She's like, "Oh my gosh. Yeah, they had to move out. Oh, wow. You want my realtor number? I bet you're terrified when you're moving out."
So then here's the crazy part. So then she said the whole community has been reaching out to the landlord to see if the whole community has been reaching out to the landlord to see what we do for a living. And the landlord has been boxing them out, not giving them any info. So then I thought, like, W landlord. Because it's not even a thing for me to say what it is. It's just the fact that y'all don't believe like I'm of the elk. That's kind of what it felt like. Like, what is y'all doing here? And you know what's funny? The day before that, I was leaving in my M4. And keep in mind, my M4 can be quiet when it's in comfort mode. So I wasn't even being obnoxious. The neighbor was in front of us was like grilling me to such a crazy degree. You would think like we had a problem the way he was grilling me. And I was waving. I was like, "Oh, hey." And he was grilling the shit out of me. I was like, God damn, what'd I do? But I'm just trying to be a nice Samaritan and things of that nature.
So she came to. Did she bring the cookies?
She didn't bring shit, bro.
She didn't bring
But
shit.
you know what she told us? She
You
told
came
us
bare hand, asking me what I do.
she reminded us over and over again to come to this like security meeting that the community was having, only to the next day tell us we can't go to that security meeting because it's only for homeowners. My bad. We're sending the invite. So it's
that mean HOA homeowners or something.
yeah. So anyway, besides the point, it was such a crazy convo, and it is all recorded because we have so many cameras around the house that conversation is saved, and it is such gold, y'all. I'm not doing it a proper service, like trying to repeat it, because it was pure comedy in the moment, bro.
It's similar to where I live right now too, because I realized later on, when my landlord told me, he's like, yeah, it's not too many houses in that community that's up for rent. Like the HOA actually puts a permit on how many they can rent at one time, and I think it's only like 3 or 4. So when they saw me and my girl, the next door neighbor actually like walked outside. She was in the house while we were moving in. She was actually in the house, actively in the house, walked outside, saw us moving in, and then walked right back inside. I was like, at first I was like, man, we were making a little bit too much noise, man. I'm like, we're just moving in, so I don't understand like why.
But they didn't say hello or nothing.
She didn't say nothing. She just walked out and walked right back in. Just walked out, looked at what we were doing, and walked back in.
So you better than me. Hey you. Hey.
Hey, you is
What's going on,
crazy.
John?
And when I say next door neighbor,
Don't be rude.
I mean literally the lady literally next door to us.
Nah, you know.
Hey, T. Hey, stop. Hey,
You know what-
I love
you
to
know
meet
what-
my neighbors.
You know
How
what
are
this lady
doing?
said to us, John Lowe? She said, I just want to be able to tell like the like I want to tell the neighbors something. Like, what do you guys do? And we just dead looked at her. No answer. None of us said shit. And then she asked a couple more times, she's like, are you guys like rappers or
Gosh.
and I was it was such a great combo, dog. The combo made me so happy because it was so fucking funny.
Are you a rapper? No. My great granddad made the toothpick.
That's how I could afford to live here.
That's how I can afford to live here. What you do?
Oh
Hey,
shit.
look, I don't know what it is, man.
And
I don't
more
know.
than likely, she don't do shit. She
I don't-
probably don't do not a fucking thing.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just a Caucasian thing. If you're Caucasian or watching this, don't get offended. Cause you do this. But just ask a bunch of questions. That's unnecessary. Cause my little sister used to play soccer at this private soccer, it's like a league or like you know how soccer is.
Yeah, I know something.
You know how soccer is.
And,
They got
and
leagues
she
and
was
shit.
like, it was only like 2 or 3 black girls on the team, the rest were white. And they always just ask a bunch of questions. And like some was sincere and some was just nosy, trying to figure out how you afford to keep her on the team or what you do and all this other stuff. And they be poking
hold
you
on.
and asking
But the
questions.
reason why-
So that's weird, but it gets worse. Can I say this? To end the convo, she said, "Oh my god, okay, sorry, I was so nervous." And she's like, "Can I get a hug?" And she hugged one of them.
Told you that.
And then I saw that and thought, I don't really want to hug her. And I took 3 steps back, and somebody else in the group like almost left. Like he just went in another direction, or like he just faced a whole nother way. There's no way she could hug him. She individually went, "Oh, I saw you step back, but can I get a hug?" And I promise she hugged everyone there. It was so odd, yo.
because she was like,
It was so odd. She
someone
came.
did that to us at the pool. There was like, they asked Waleed, you know Waleed, super petty. The god of petty.
No,
And then
that's
she was
low.
asked, what she
It's
said,
me. It's me.
Do you
It's-
live
it's,
here?
It's me. It's
Waleed was like,
Hey, let's stop this for a second. That's me. I'm the god of petty.
huh?
I'm the god of petty. It's been
I don't
toned
know.
down. It's been toned
Waleed
down.
take a
recently.
situation and just get it.
He's the god of making something small way bigger than what it has to be.
Yeah.
It ain't gotta be necessarily petty. He'll just make something really small and way bigger than it has to be. But what was I to say? Oh, the reason why they asked that is because I think we have to I'm not saying they right, but I'm just saying the reason why though they ask so many questions is because they already have a perception of how black people are, minorities are, and to them, like they're the majority, like they are overwhelmingly the majority. Even in Georgia, like they are still overwhelmingly the majority. And just of recently, they've even been the majority even in Atlanta. Like just recently, over the past like 2 or 3 years, Atlanta became 50% black.
But it's just like, no matter what I do, it's none of your business. You're not the
Understandable.
homeowner.
That's actually the annoying part for
But like,
me.
if I sold
because I'm
drugs,
not
I
causing
rap,
any
it don't matter.
problems.
It don't. I'll sell a brick, right? It don't matter.
Someone
you on
down
my
the
property?
street had a grow house. Right here, like 6 houses down.
At a what house?
A grow house.
Oh,
Like, does it? None of your business.
but
You
that's
not
the
gonna kick me out
reason.
my house.
But that's the funny part about it is that even if you did, it wouldn't make any sense for you to do that and then rent a house in a nice area. What sense does that make? Majority of the people who do that either already own the home or they're not in like a high profile house. Like it just doesn't make any sense. But people like that, they don't really know because they're not around enough black people. So the only perception that they have of black people is whatever media is going to show them. And so that's their concept of who and what black people do and how they act, et cetera.
I think it was as much an age thing as it was a race thing. I think it helped that we were black, but it was also like, damn, how are they so young and living, like we worked our whole lives to live in this community.
Yeah, you work.
And you know
really
what the funny
wrong.
part is the way that
No, if y'all were white, they might have asked, but they might have just assumed that some money got passed down from y'all parents, or y'all parents.
But assumptions are made either way. It was really like the fact that she was bold enough to just drive down and do that.
Oh yeah, but she
didn't even bear no gifts.
No gift.
That's a fact. At least
no
I can say,
cake,
bring some cookies.
No potato salad with
Nothing.
Coke and celery and
Oh my
bacon
God.
bits.
But no, but what I'm saying is, if y'all were white, she probably would have assumed that it was either y'all parents live there or it's y'all parents' house.
There's no way to assume that house is a parent
Shit,
involved.
you a rapper? Nah, but you rap. You rap. Nah, I seen you before. You rap, don't you?
MC Kathy, right? MC
Oh, you a
Kathy,
video vixen, huh? That's how you record it. I seen you in that 2 Chainz, but you a video vixen, huh?
So
Oh, you not? Then get off my property.
it was such a wild convo that it honestly, like, it was so reminiscent of like I'll show you the footage. I'm not gonna upload it, but I'll show it to you, and you'll be floored at how she didn't even know she's doing it neither.
Yeah, I
And I was like, damn, what you're doing right now is crossing so many boundaries. There's so many ways you could have communicated if there was like a security risk. Also, we're not really worried about it like that. Like each one of us has protection. Like we're not even the ideal house to try. There's so many better houses on the street to try.
But I'm just coming off like polite, like coming in, getting to know you.
Yeah,
how you
giving a
doing?
gift. How you
Just-
doing? By the way, there's a security issue. Just let you know, and then that's it.
Why? But that's not okay. That's not the reason why she came down there though. She didn't come down there.
She didn't. She didn't.
No,
Yeah,
but I
I'm
said she
saying,
could at
that's
least could have covered it up.
But she doesn't.
You want a cake
they
with no
don't
icing.
care. They don't care. They're not trying.
even
They're
try
not trying
hard.
to cover
I
it
think her
up.
husband said her.
That no. Well,
Nah, her
no,
husband would've
no.
told her
Her
not to
husband,
do that,
yeah,
dog.
her husband told her don't do it. She's just at the crib
then-
bored.
Oh, that's right.
She at the crib bored.
Because they just be doing stuff.
That's
It
what
be
I'm
the
saying.
girls.
The husband is the one who actually works and has way too much going on in his life to actually care. She just be at the crib doing nothing.
She be cooking them, looking out the window.
Yes, that's it.
What are they doing over there?
That's
Leave
it.
them alone, Kathy. They just leave them alone.
Yeah, literally.
They're just a little too young and black to be having all that house.
They're a little too black. That's all it is.
But do you remember these are the same neighbors that presumed that we were selling drugs when we first moved in. So
It's
it's
the
like
same car you have. Kathy, leave it alone. Leave it alone, Kathy.
it's so odd to me. It's so odd. It's a shout out to the landlords that just give people like me a chance because